Please remain standing for the national anthem. You may now be seated. Good evening, family, friends, faculty, staff, and distinguished guests. Welcome to the commencement ceremony of Cross Creek Early College High School's class of 2022. Graduation from high school is a milestone in the life of a student and his or her family. The dignity of the occasion can best be observed by refraining from whistling, yelling, or applauding for any one student. This will allow families to hear the name of their applause for the total group after the turning of the tassel. We also ask for your cooperation in taking pictures. No one should leave their seat to take a picture or video. It is an honor to introduce you to our distinguished guests. I ask our guests to please stand upon my introduction and remain standing. Members of the Cumberland County Board of Education: Greg West, Chair; Alicia Chisholm; Donna Van. From Cumberland County Schools: Dr. Marvin Connolly Jr., Superintendent of Cumberland County Schools; Dr. Mary Black, Associate Superintendent of Student Support Services; Joe Desire Moore, Associate Superintendent of Auxiliary Services; Betty Musselwhite, Associate Superintendent of School Support Services; Ruben Reyes, Associate Superintendent of Human Resources; Nick Soika, Board Attorney; Dr. Lindsay Whitley, Associate Superintendent of Communications and Community Engagement; Dr. Stacy Wilson Norman, Chief Academic Officer for Academic Services; Dr. Jane Fields, Assistant Superintendent of K-12 Curriculum and Instruction; and Dr. Tanjay Robertson, Area Superintendent of School Support. From Cross Creek Early College High School, we have Chris Qualley, Principal; Audra Henry, Senior Class Sponsor; Gina Hickle, School Counselor; the valedictorian for the class of 2022, Isatu Ka; co-salutatorians for the class of 2022, Josue Fernandez Jr. and Isaac Uribe. At this time, we will hear from Principal Chris Qualley.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this special event. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the teachers, staff who are committed to the success of all of our students and take a personal interest in their academics and social growth. I would also like to thank the parents, guardians, family, and friends for supporting these individuals throughout the years and developing them into such amazing individuals. To the class of 2022, it is with great honor to stand before you as your principal. I could have not asked for a better graduating class, my first class. This senior class will always hold a special place in my heart. With that being said, I hope each of you signed in today before when you arrived. You know Ms. Henry is checking. Today is a special day and one of the most of you have been waiting for since you entered school 13 years ago. As you sit in your cap and gown, I want you to think about all the wonderful things you have accomplished and experienced so far. All of you have completed numerous college courses that will help you catapult you into your next journey. You will face many obstacles throughout your journey, but you have learned at Cross Creek how to overcome them and advocate for yourself. Just know that each of you will be missed, and I wish all of you the best of luck in your future. Now, as you sit nervously in your chair, thinking to yourself, I don't want to be the one that trips on stage, I want each of you to take a deep breath, relax, and just take all this in. I want you to know that I am extremely proud and excited for each of you. Although I was only there with you for 1 year, I feel like I know most of you really, really well. I could stand here and say something great about each of you, but that would put me over on time. Many of you will be moving out of town, moving off to college, but just know you are amazing and can do anything you put your mind to. As you begin your next journey, you will have strangers as roommates, make new friends, and have many decisions to make. Just remember, you can do whatever, and do what's best for you. Many of you will be going off to college. Some of you will be entering the workforce. Whatever you decide to do, enjoy every minute of it. Time goes by fast. I'm sure you've heard your parents say, "It seems like yesterday I just brought you to school," or "I just brought you home." It seemed like it was yesterday you were being dropped off at kindergarten. Use every moment you have to be the best version of yourself and never settle for anything less. As you face the many challenges in life, I want you to use your skills you've learned to persevere through. Make good choices and always keep your eye on the prize. The prize may vary or change for you from time to time, and that is okay. But always have a prize. In a few moments, each of you will be receiving your high school diploma. Your diploma will provide you with many opportunities. This is your prize for now. So I want each of you to leave here with high expectations and don't let anyone or anything stand in your way. I want each of you to go out and make a difference in the world and make it a better place. So seniors, class of 2022, don't forget to sign out before you leave. Congratulations, you did it. At this time, I would like to introduce Josue Fernandez Jr., one of our co-salutatorians for the class of 2022.
Friends, family, graduates, we're all gathered here this evening to celebrate a most monumental achievement. I could go on about how we pushed through a multitude of barriers to reach the summit we find ourselves standing on now. But I wanted to start off with some advice with you all. Some advice that's inspired me and motivated me, and I hope can do for you all as well. Be the best you possible. Now, I don't mean this in the superficially motivational sense we've seen plastered on social media, TV networks, etc. We're all flawed, as is human nature, so perfection will inevitably escape our grasp, no matter how far we may stretch to seize it. But the pursuit of such an impossible goal isn't without yield. We learn new things about ourselves, find convictions worth holding, teach others what we wish we hadn't learned from experience. Don't touch the stove, we say to our siblings, clutching our own burned fingertips as proof that our parents' words come from a place of love and not reproach. We learn and grow from this pursuit of bettering ourselves, refining ourselves throughout the process, and that is something beautiful. This is not to say it will be easy. As we've all probably experienced with a certain illness over the past few years, there will be periods of immense struggle, but that struggle, the darkness of the tunnel, makes the light at the end all the more satisfying. Our journeys won't be linear. They won't constantly be on the ascent. They can be draining and suck all hope from within us. But we must remember our achievements are defined just as much by the summits as by the depths from which we begin our crawl. As you all go through life, draw strength from your past to inspire your future. Our high school experience was novel, unique to us, and filled with the most treacherous of terrain. We've all stumbled, but we've all come out of it all the stronger. So, as we encounter further challenges in our lives, remember the perseverance on display as we gaze at our fellow graduates. During our time here, we've gone through many ups and downs. We've made friends aplenty and lost some, whether to military orders, moving out of the state, or simply the natural drift of time. We've had so many amazing experiences as well, the freshman dance, festivals, homecoming, and prom. We've had the pandemic, and the less mentioned with that one, the better. These memories unite us all in a way no one else can imitate, and we will carry those experiences with us well past today. Though our paths may diverge and twist in ways unimaginable, I wish everyone the best success in wherever life decides to take us. We are certainly well equipped to handle what comes next, so let's get ready to forge a better future, a promising future for all of us. It won't be easy, but I know each and every one of you has what it takes. Shakespeare once wrote, "To be or not to be, that is the question." I'd like to challenge you all not just to be, but become. Thank you. Gracias.
And now I'd like to introduce our other salutatorian, Isaac Uribe.
Good evening. My name is Isaac Uribe, and I am honored to stand before you today as the co-salutatorian of the class of 2022. Firstly, I would like to thank all of the faculty, family, friends, and loved ones in attendance today. Your support has been invaluable, and I believe I can speak for the entire graduating class when I say we couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. Today is our final day of high school. It is a turning point in our lives and the culmination of all our hard work these past 4 years. The countless nights spent cramming for exams, writing frantic emails to professors, and completing assignments minutes before they're due have all led to this. The moment we walk across the stage is the moment we begin the rest of our lives. The path here has not been easy. We have had to adjust to unforeseen circumstances, and many of us have experienced great hardships. The COVID-19 pandemic and the volatility of these past 2 years especially have presented incredible obstacles we have had to overcome. I understand that the stress of these events and the academic pressure we have faced may have brought some of us to personal lows. However, we should not let these moments define us. As difficult as it may be, do not wallow in despair at your struggles and failures, but learn something from them and keep moving forward. It is not how you fall that matters, but how you land. And although the pandemic may have made us miss out on certain experiences, we will have the entire rest of our lives to make up for it. High school will not be the highlight. Today is not a day to dwell on our struggles, but a day to celebrate coming this far. It is a day to celebrate what we have accomplished in spite of everything we have faced. And it is a day to celebrate the true beginning of our adulthoods. To the rest of the graduating class, I would like to say this: never underestimate your own strength. Have confidence in yourself and never back down from your goals. It may not seem like it sometimes, but there is always a way. I would like to congratulate my fellow graduates and everyone who has supported us and seen this journey through to its end. I wish you all the best. Go Cavaliers.
I would now like to introduce our valedictorian of the class of 2022, Isatu Ka.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you. First, I would like to give special recognition to all dignitaries on the stage, the faculty and staff of Cross Creek Early College High School, our family and friends, and last but certainly not the least, I would like to acknowledge the trailblazing class of 2022. Today is the day we have all been waiting for. It appears so surreal to be living in this moment that once seemed so far away. Sometimes it feels just like yesterday when I found out that I was accepted into Cross Creek Early College. I remember checking the mail one day after receiving multiple text messages and phone calls from my friends telling me that they were accepted into our school. I ran outside, opened my mailbox, and saw my admissions letter. I was like, oh snap! I rushed back inside, opened the envelope, and saw the word congratulations and was filled with joy. Little did I know years later, I would be standing before the class of 2022 as valedictorian. Our journey as Cavaliers were faced with many challenges, but we rose above adversity. Our goal as a class was to meet every expectation set by our administrators. I think we did so because we will soon be standing here as alumni of Cross Creek Early College High School. Now, there were moments to remember, such as preparing for surprise notebook checks, studying for many, many tests, and walking what felt like miles from our school building to the cafeteria in the rain. And let's not forget the fun we had laughing in the back of driver's ed class. Did we all learn how to do a three-point turn? Then came the recurring pandemic, which created the transition from in-person to remote classes and immediately stopped extracurricular activities. This, to all of us, was unprecedented. But with discipline and dedication, we continue to uphold our academic responsibilities and find new ways to stay involved in our communities. We should be proud of all we have accomplished over the past 4 years. As we embark upon the next chapters of our lives, I challenge you to continue your journey of becoming. Become your best selves. Become the entrepreneur that you want to be. Become that college graduate. Become that medical doctor, and become the President of the United States. And best of all, become the child that your parents can't resist. On that note, I would like to express my greatest appreciation for my beautiful family, as they have been an abundant source of love and continuous support. I also give a special shout out to Cross Creek's administration for their support and genuine passion to see the students of Cross Creek succeed. Class of 2022, let's celebrate big because we did it big. Thank you.
At this time, Ms. Hickel, our school counselor, will present the Latin honors for the class of 2022.
We would now like to recognize students for their outstanding academic achievement during their 4 years at Cross Creek Early College High School. These students have earned the distinction of graduating with honors by achieving a GPA designation within the Latin honor system. Students graduating cum laude, please stand. These students have achieved an overall GPA of 3.75 to 3.99. Congratulations to these students. You may be seated. Students graduating magna cum laude, please stand. These students have achieved an overall GPA of 4.0 to 4.249. Congratulations to these students. You may be seated. Students graduating summa cum laude, please stand. These students have achieved an overall GPA of 4.250 and higher. Congratulations to these students. You may be seated. It is now time to present the graduates for the class of 2022. As the graduates come forward, we remind you that the dignity of the occasion can best be observed by standing when your graduate's name is called and by congratulating all the graduates after the tassels have been turned. This will allow all families to hear the name of their graduate. Jacqueline Noemi Acuna Mendoza. Masera Abdul Samad Alobaidi. Christian Isidro Ortega. Andreas Ayala Lagunas. Carmen Tamia Inez Bell. Jamie Ayala Lydia Bowie. Michaela Talicia Britton Boone. Charisma Shantae Carmichael. Jasmine Marie Daniel. Jaden Jewel Reve Daniels. Unique Ari Davis. Ryan Yariel De Jesus Arzuega. Savannah Harley Denning. Angela Nicole Liliana Farmer. Josue Fernandez Jr. Declan Ray Fuller. Anaya Nevea Goins. Leilani Elizabeth Guillermo. Alexia Catherine Marie Handy. Kiana Starr Harwell. David Maurice Amaru Hawkins. Nicholas Eric Hoffman. Imani Victoria Horn. Ariana Wanasia Howell. Haley Brooke Ingham. Isatu Tabia Ka. Kaylee Jessica Cap. George Winford Locklear, Jr. Isabella Angelita Mamie. Cintel Dejan McCoy. Tiana Lachey McLaurin. Jaden Deontay McRae. Logan Thomas Miller. Maurice Devon Mitchell, Jr. Jordan Francesca Moyd. Asia Monet Murkison. Aaliyah Tierra Nathan. Savannah Faith Necessary. Ethan Patrick McCoy Patton. Ramin Maria Pintac Divini Gracia. Brianna Nachelle Roscoe. Caden Michael Richardson Cameron. Devin Ramont Roberts, Jr. Chase Marie Robinson. Sierra Savisa Rowe. Paris Jewel Ruzica. Jefferson Leo Skinner. Alicia Lamaya Stevens. Siani Sumawalt. Catherine Adriana Tercero Delcide. Zion Michael Thompson. Chris Yasmin Towns. Isaac Keanu Uribe. Faith Amore Wallace. Phoenix Alyssa Whidbey. Olivia Iris White. Caden Ray Wilkins. Abigail Marie Zapata Ashworth.
Class of 2022, it is my pleasure to announce that you have met the graduation requirement set forth by the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction and the Cumberland County Board of Education. You may turn your tassel. Please stand for the recession of the class. Please stand for the recession of the class.